Yo, yo, yo. Greetings, family. Greetings, greetings. What's going on? What's going on? Give y'all a minute to stroll in, man. Make sure y'all like and comment. Let me know that y'all in here and everything. Excuse the camera quality, man. I'm on my tablet today, but I wanted to chop it up with y'all real quick, man. It's been a hell of a day. It has been a hell of a day. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Greetings, family. How are y'all doing? I just want to chop it up with y'all, man. I want to see what y'all think about what's going on out here. Shout out to This Is ZZTV. Greetings, greetings, peace, queen. How are you doing? Thank you for thank you for tuning in. Just want to say, man, welcome to 2021, family. Welcome to 2021. You know, I want to share some insight, but most importantly, man, I want to build with y'all. Give y'all my takeaway, man. Give y'all a few minutes to come on in this thing, man. Make sure y'all drop a comment. Let me know that y'all in here. Mark Jones, what's up, fam? What's the deal? What's going on? Look, look, and I'm just sitting back, man. I always like to ask questions. I was always very observant. As a child, man. And I kind of still have a lot of those same tendencies. I was a military brat for a lot of my childhood, so I had to get used to being in new surroundings all the time, and it just made me always be very, very observant of stuff that's going on. So I think I just carried that with me as I got older. I say that to say, thank you for coming to the channel. Cornez, I'm too smart to be broke. If you ain't never been here, I talk a lot about business, credit, making money online, stuff like that, and planting seeds with people, hopefully to give you some valuable insight. You know what I'm saying? So, and today, I know y'all done seen the news, y'all done seen the memes, y'all done seen all that kind of stuff going on. Now, my main takeaway from stuff that's been transpired from 2020 to 2021 is that it's like now is the time for us to, people say wake up, you woke. Like, look, now it's time for us to wake up, peep that is change going on all the way around us, and it's time for us to start taking care of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And putting ourselves in a position to where we have our own money, resources. It is equivalent to money. You know, and what can we do about that? You know what I mean? A lot of us have been put in positions to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Be an entrepreneur in various different ways. But I have to just ask myself, I don't believe in coincidences. I don't think it's a coincidence that there's something going around that has caused us to be wearing masks everywhere. I don't think it's uh, a coincidence. That all this stuff is going on in the economy. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's a coincidence that while the dollar's tanking, that Bitcoin is on the rise. I don't think that it's a coincidence that they doing a media marketing campaign to show us how valid these so-called these right here are. So, but I'm not here to be political or get what I'm saying, like whatever you stand on. Is one thing I realized too. Whatever you stand on and your reason for standing on it, just stand on your square, all right? Because it's gonna be some opposing people that disagree with you, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you agree with, that's on you. But for me, I'm gonna get right with you. Fresh news. Let me go on my little rant real quick, and we can build. First things first. Thank you for broadcasting. Yeah, we gonna get to the questions in a minute, brother. I'll get to them in a minute. For what I seen that's going on, man, and it's like as political space, it's kind of like I look at it from multiple folds, right? So a lot of people was talking about, hey man, like it was uncalled for what they was doing out there, and had they been melanated people, it'd have been it'd have been an issue, and it'd have been way more chaos on the other side of it. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what? In a lot of instances, that very well is true most of the time. And then I'm looking at it from the other side. I'm like, hey man, these people. I put it to you like this. I'm not no Democrat. I'm not no Republican or none of that. But I was hearing some people talk, right? And I always like to use logic over emotions. Some people truly feel, all right, based off of the what the evidence presented, that it was some foolishness going on with the voting system and all that. Now, me personally, when it comes to electoral college and all that, that baffled me as a when I was probably in middle school. I think I read what it was, maybe early high school or middle school, and I had to read it like 5 or 6 or 7 times to try to comprehend like the electoral college. Like this whole time, I'm voting. Like think we voting for the president. And then this whole time we're voting for representatives to vote for that person. So that baffled me as a child. I just couldn't get my head wrapped around like how we put so much emphasis on like getting this popular vote. Um, but it's people that feel like so that emotionally they like, hey, get Trump out of there. We don't like him, so on and so forth. He ain't do a good job. On the flip side, it's people like, hey man, it's some faulty stuff that went on in the voting process. Now, I get both sides, but I will say this because I try not to use my emotion too much. Now, under the circumstances, for instance, say it just so happened to be possible that the people did pull some slick stuff when it come to voting. Us as a people, how do we feel about that? If we're supposed to be, if the government really supposed to be for the people, these people actually rioting because they feel like it's a faulty system, which we know it is. We already know. We know that this whole matrix was built on some faulty stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Like, look at you can just even in their story they tell it in their story. You see what I'm saying? So if you look at how this land was took by force and all that and this and that, I'm looking at it. I'm like, this ain't nothing different than what's been going on. But I'm not here to take no sides. At the same time, I look at stuff like advertising, marketing, conditioning. All right, keeping us distracted, and what I'm saying, so on and so forth. So I don't think it's a coincidence that any of all this stuff is going on at the same time. So to make a long story long, look, whatever it is, I know that it's change, broom, it's change, it's stuff is going on, and we need to get it together. All right, you know what I'm saying? Beginning of the day, middle of the day, end of the day, we got to get it together. We can't just be around here sitting ducks, waiting on something to change, waiting on other people to change it for us. No, it's not the time for that. All right, so whatever you have your God gifted abilities to tap into, it's time to tap into it, stand in it, and make it happen. There ain't no excuses in 2021. All right. You know what I'm saying? You seen my videos. I was talking about cryptocurrencies and this and stuff. Like I just started diving into it deep about a year ago. All right, but as soon as I start getting more information on it, I start sharing it. And lo and behold, things like Ethereum, when I start talking about it, $225 today, what over like $1,200, something like that, close to it, over 1,000, 1,100, $1,200. When I start talking about, when I was talking about Bitcoin back then, all right, $9,000, $10,000. Today, look, man, the thing shooting towards 37, 30, $40,000. All right, but and these are the things that we got to pay attention to. That's different. Land, gold, silver, whatever resources. Man, we just gotta get it together and not be so distracted and caught up because it's stuff going on in the background, and before you know it, and you try to wait till it get back regular. Look, from what I see, ain't gonna be no more regular. All right, just like when we went through the big transition in after 9/11 and all that, a lot of stuff changed. A lot of things changed. But I'll tell you this, right? When the people get fed up with the system, what are the people supposed to do? Because the people in the government are supposed to be what? Public servants, all right? You know what I'm saying? It's not made to be no dictatorship or nothing like that. Okay, it's supposed to be y'all supposed to be a representation of the people, and if the people see that them people in the so-called government whatever is doing something unfit, we supposed to you know what I'm saying make that change and that push. However, if you don't want to play that game no more, you got to remove yourself from it, and that's a whole process in itself because it's hard for us to come together. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, you know me, I just this is just going around like, man, it's just time for us to get it together, family. So that's why I'm here. If I can plant seeds with y'all, you know what I'm saying, to help y'all in the right direction, or something that can grow, that's why I'm here, okay? Because I'm just like y'all, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like y'all, brother, planting seeds, trying to figure some stuff out. And if I can help y'all out, you know what I'm saying, by providing information, insight, that's what I do. That's what I do, man. But anyway, man, what y'all want to chop it up about what y'all think? You know what I'm saying? Let's go and get to it. You know, whatever y'all want to talk about. But that stuff, I was just looking at that, man. Not to get too caught up in the politics and all that, but it's out there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff keep us divided. We want to sit here argue about who better than who and what's better than what when this whole system has been corrupt, to say the least. You know, but when you kind of understand the system and how to play Monopoly, it's people out here successfully playing Monopoly. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's real. Like, and shout out to everybody that's been on Clubhouse lately. I know I said it in the past few videos, and they're probably seen that, but it's very like, it's easy to build with people and pop in with groups of people that's really like minded, man. It's like it's a breath of fresh air to realize, oh man, it's other people out, it's successful brothers, it's brothers up out there helping people holistically, when it come to health, brothers and sisters now, and people out there helping with information for as finance, for as crypto, for as trading. It's people out there on spiritually, people finding a tribe for real. We use that, you notice we use that term. You notice we getting back to that 2020, 2021. Everybody want to talk about, I done found my tribe. You know what I'm saying? See how important that is. We getting back to that essence. So sometimes it take us going through all of this crazy chaos, all right, to get things in order. But now is the time to shine. Now is the time to get it. You know what I'm saying? We went through enough last year to know that we just can't be sitting ducks waiting around for $1,200 and $600 when you could have been making stimulus check videos every day and been making that, every month, every 2 weeks or something like that. It just from based off of sheer consistency. You could have took that $600 and got you 3 ethereum. You know what I'm saying? And now you would have been what? How many times you'd have multiplied that money over? All right. So it's ways out here to get it. We just gotta unlearn, relearn, and just know that we can't do the same thing most of our parents and stuff did. It's just not that day and age. It's not. I wish I had known a lot of this information beforehand, but that's just where we at right now. So that's why I'm at, family. Let's build. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. Look, if y'all not out here tapping into your gifts, utilizing, providing services for people, to tap into these resources. Do y'all know they got digital real estate for sale? They got digital pictures and all artwork and all type of stuff for sale. So it's like we going into a whole nother realm, man. It's here. It's here. But let's see where we at. The real McDonald, real talk. Fresh News 247. You had a question, brother? Go on, shoot, man. Y'all gonna shoot y'all questions, man. Let me know that y'all in here. Cause you know me, I make a long story long, man. Just very passionate, man. It's just, I feel so many ways, man. Y'all need to be whatever y'all do to get grounded, stay in tune. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to be willing to we have a lot of ideals about stigmas about stuff, stuff like being selfish. Being selfish is supposedly bad. But in all actuality, the way I see it as being selfish, especially after going through this transition in my life, is like you have to be for self. All right. In the instance of taking care of yourself, self-care, self-love. All right. And once you get yourself aligned and centered and balanced, you're able to reciprocate that with somebody else and help them. You know what I'm saying? If I'm a reflection of you, when I'm looking at you, I'm looking at an aspect of myself. All right. So in a sense, it's good to be selfish, but not in a negative sense. So don't be afraid to invest in yourself. And you know, and build. There's too many ways to make money out here, man. And you can wake up, and this whole system be different. How many of y'all growing your own food? Like, how many of y'all know where y'all food come from? All right, how many of y'all got neighbors and stuff, people y'all know y'all can go get y'all food from? Like, let's talk about some real stuff, right? Like, under the circumstances, something crazy happened. I'm not saying it is. Are we really able to survive out here? Are we as a people really able to survive without, somebody else feeding us, building our houses? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's time to break away from that. And I think that's what I've been seeing, you know. But meanwhile, for all this stuff going on, it's people making money. All right, it's people out here making money. It's people buying land. It's people buying container homes. It's people out here buying fruit trees. It's people out here learning how to capture rainwater. It's people out here getting land so they can get their own well water. It's people out here having traveling homes. All right, these can be some of your goals. All right, something to work towards. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a big deal. Just 2 years ago, maybe, I don't know, but 3 years ago for sure, I wasn't online trying to make no money. I wasn't online making YouTube videos. I wasn't online, talking about health, and as far as my other stuff that I do, I wasn't online doing any of that stuff. I realized, hey, Cornez, it's time to do something different. It's time to do something for yourself. So it's time. You know, 3, 4 years ago, you would have asked me about stocks and forex markets and cryptocurrencies. I'm like, nah. At that time, I'd rather work a job. I'd rather do something I know is gonna bring me something in return. But in all actuality, you wake up in 2020, a job ain't guaranteed. A lot of things about perspective. So don't let these people get you off your game. All right. Don't let these people get you over emotional to the point where you lose sight of things. I know people say don't be emotional, but the truth is, it's cool to be emotional. I'm gonna tell you why. When you realize why you having that emotion, and then you can correspond to that emotion because you understand why you had that emotion, then it becomes powerful. Rather than nonchalantly acting on something because it just made you feel a certain type of way, but you didn't really take the time to address, like, why do I feel like this? So I don't know what y'all present moment and future looks like. Okay, y'all have to be the ones that decide that. So y'all tap into this space, man. Tap into this digital age. Start creating your own products, your own services. You feel what I'm saying? For y'all who got businesses, y'all know that what is that? What you call coming back around? Because to be honest with you, when they giving out these stimulus checks and stuff, they really showing more love to the businesses. A lot of people trying to get that stimmy. Like, you should have been getting down there, getting that corporation or that LLC or that EIN number and that Dun and Bradstreet number. That's what we should have been focusing on. All right, we could have. Guess what we could have did? Guess what we could have did? We could have took that $1,200 and you could have got you a DBA and started a business at that point. Just because it's to the point out here where you got to make it happen. You got to make it happen. It's it could be scary learning something new, but it's okay. You know what I'm saying? And the cold part about it, the system we living in is built for entrepreneurs. It's built for it. And the cold part about it, EIN in the business, you can always get another one. I'm not a financial advisor though, or an attorney or none of that stuff. But now the time to be playing, man. You know, it's just amazing when you get into really looking at the media, the propaganda, the market, and the advertising, how much they play on our emotions. Because I'm gonna tell you one thing about our people: once you play on their emotions, you got them. You got them. All right, you got them. Once you separate them, you got them. All right, you give them different books to learn out a lot of, you got them. You know, you give them different ideologies, you got them. All right, you know, it's like, man, can we focus on our principles? You know, can we focus on our morals? Can we focus on that? Meanwhile, man, I know y'all got some kids to feed, man. Let's talk about some money. Let's talk about some money. I can't even lately, man. It's been this crypto game been so crazy that I've been on these forex markets. It's like crypto been moving better than a lot of these regular pairs. The regular pairs been doing all right at the beginning of the year, but Ethereum been on the move. Um, Y'all know for sure Bitcoin been on the move. A lot of these little things been on the move. I ain't been messing with that XRP though because of everything that happened publicly, but I still think there's something funny going on right there. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if that news clear up in a month or two and that thing shoot up, but who knows? But anyway, hey man, how many of y'all on Clubhouse, man? Um, I need to put my link down there. So, um, if I make a room, man, I want to build with y'all on there. At least that's a platform we can all like get on, chop it up with each other. I think that'll be dope. Ain't nobody. Hello from Japan. Hey, what's happening? A, what's going on? What is going on? I'm not doing too much right now. I'm just chopping it up with the family about the events that's been going on and whatnot. But really, just want to keep everybody on pace for what you think about gold and silver. There we go. Let's talk about some money. Um, I tell you what, gold and silver is uh, is a commodity, right? Um, and that's something that no matter what happens in the digital space, it'll always be something that you can have that's tangible. So I like the idea of gold and silver. So there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? You can definitely get it. I mean, check out, check that out. Gold, silver, all that's precious metal. I like it. They also have I forgot what it's called, but they have gold and silver now in the crypto space. It's that's where we're heading. But I do like the tangible aspect of it too, as well as just having something. Because to be honest with you, like money is only what we see valuable. We could be using marbles, you know what I'm saying? It just about what we see value. And I see that always having some value. So yeah, definitely. Mark Jones say, yeah, I need an invite. Yeah, man. And Clubhouse is only for iPhones too. And sometimes I've been able to like if you get on and somebody's on there like in your contact list, sometimes people are able to add you on. Like, that's happened several times too. But it's dope. It's dope. I'm definitely gonna be on there soon, like chopping it up, and that way we can talk and build and share. Because the one thing I do really want to start doing more of is um just building, with y'all sharing y'all business with people, and that's a good platform to do that as well. At least right now, while it's kind of bubbling, you know. So I want to do that on YouTube too. Build with y'all, share. Maybe bring y'all on, something like that. Heard people selling invites, Clubhouse for Cash, internet let you sell anything. Listen, a homie of mine sold an invite for $50. $50. It's crazy. I was like, man, I didn't gave. I was like, man, I could have sold mine. Who knows? I might, cause I got 3 invites right now. So who knows? I might sell them. I might do some type of raffle or something like that. I don't know. I gave a few people some, while I had them, but I got 3 invites right now. Who knows? What else y'all got for me, family? While I'm on here, so I'm not just on here ranting. Any new grind you've been hearing about? To be honest, I just been heavy in this crypto space. As far as the information I've been getting, it's like a plethora of information that I've been getting into with that. Um, so nothing specific, but there's still a lot of people out here grinding on this internet wave. But that's where I've been, like, it's like next thing I know, I'm probably gonna end up tokenizing my intellectual property. I'm gonna have like a, yeah, I don't know, it's a crazy space. So it's not just as far as using that as a trading platform and for exchanging like monetary value, like monies, but it's about being able to tokenize products and information, as well as those interests, kind of like CD accounts, whatever, in the crypto space. That's really all I've been heavy into, to be honest, lately. Uh, that's additional. But I mean, it's out here. Like I see people, how people talking about selling invites on Clubhouse. It's people out here with OnlyFans. Like I know people that do, say for instance, their entrepreneur consultations or courses or access on OnlyFans. And I'm not just talking about like them uh, shaking that thing and nothing like that. It's like real legit content. It's like Patreon or something like that. So you could be somebody who could be a chef, right? And then you can have your content on OnlyFans or something like that. So it's very interesting. The creativity that online market platform has. I will say this: all these platforms are very dope, a very way for you to build with people. Long term though, like long term, it's good to build your own niche of people, your own website, your own type of app, your own type of. But starting out, like use all these platforms. But you get on here too much talking about the wrong thing. These people do have control and stuff and able to remove you. A lot of people monetizing pay-per-view sites, like you said, selling IP and knowledge is used right now. That's right. That's right. Look, let me tell you right now, y'all. If y'all are not in a space where you ain't making money online, or you ain't got no link in your bio, or you ain't doing something that's getting you some money on your phone, I mean, just it could be the simplest thing. It don't necessarily have to be trading, because I know that trading stocks, all that is a skill set that's hard for a lot of people to learn. It could be more volatile than people like, but there are ways to, you know, generate some revenue. You know, like even like something as simple as going on Teespring and making a simple, T-shirt design or something like that. But it's gonna be about driving traffic. So it's like, how do you do that? Creating some content around that. If you haven't realized in this space, everything is digital. Like, we're in a digital space. So sometimes you have to sit back and say, what are we gonna be doing? What are we gonna be doing 5 years from now? What are we gonna be doing 10 years from now? All right. They got these virtual reality stuff been working on. You know what I'm saying? Virtual reality. You're gonna be able to have the goggles on and everything. You're gonna be able to do that. So how do I get into this type of space? So, and I say, like, people don't realize how far advanced we really are. Like, we literally talking to our phones. We're talking to Alexa and whoever else. Like, we're talking to these devices. All right, we have self-driving cars already. Okay, but this type of stuff has already been out there. It's already been out there. They just slowly trickling to us. You know what I'm saying? You know, like the There's some stuff coming, y'all. This is just the beginning of the transformation. But my point that I was gonna make is data and content, because all these people do is get analytical data on everybody, on everybody, and they sell that information. It's the same. That's what the credit bureaus always do. They're not no government officials. All they're doing is taking your data and selling it to other vendors and stuff like that, so they can make money off of you. And they're doing the same thing on when we looking at on YouTube. What are you looking at on Google? What are you looking at on Facebook? Who are you following on Instagram? Like all that is valuable information. And based off all that information in the algorithm, they know what you're most likely to do, what you're most likely to consume, what you're most likely to buy. And that's how people make money online, usually generating from ads. So that's why content is so important, because you all are watching content right now. This ain't for everyone. Some people just want to be an employee. Some people just love to work. Like if you are, look. I'll say that it ain't easy. All right, but I'm always, you know what? Let me slow down. Let me slide, because I know that my words are very powerful. So I don't want to make life any harder than it has to be. So I would rephrase and I'm gonna say it's challenging to learn these skill sets, to be focused, to be disciplined, to write SOPs, to make yourself a schedule. Like knowing your why, your reason to get up. You know what I mean? Like that is a very challenging transition, and it takes some time. However, the reward is so far much greater. But if you're in a position in your life where you found your purpose and you're working a job and you're comfortable, that's the decision that you make for yourself. I can't never tell nobody what to do. So there's a lot of people that feel like you may be an essential worker, you may be a nurse, maybe you love your job, maybe you love what you do. So it's certainly something to do for everybody. But I will tell you this: even though people may be an employee, you have a skill set, you have a trade, and it is possible for you to be on that job as a contractor, 1099, or a worker with your business instead of just using that SSN and stuff like that. But to each his own. Fam is right. There's some people who wants to be employees, but I think that a lot of the I don't know what the generation is. It still millennials, the newer generation of younger kids coming on. They starting to see what it is. You know what I'm saying? They starting to see what it is. Like you literally have children out here that want to be YouTubers, right? They want to do this stuff, right? They tapped in. They like, man, I don't want to do that. I want to go get a container home. You know, like I don't want to go do that. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of the new generation they gonna get it. Fane say I'll send $50 now. I don't know. I got my cash up down there. Fane say you want to get on Clubhouse? I get you an invite, fam. 22 Sammy, what's good, fam? Profit baby, Profit baby. Yeah, hey man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Shout out to Tez, man. Profit baby changed my life when it came to overstanding it. This forex stuff, man. You know what I'm saying, and whatnot. So I don't even know if he's still letting people in over there, man. I don't know. I gotta holler at him. I know the price probably didn't went up. But that's why I just tell people go to babypips.com. And I truly believe if you go to babypips.com and you Generation Z, appreciate you, my boy. Appreciate you. I think if you go to babypips.com, you take the time to soak up that information, you really could like that's everywhere that I've gone to learn information from on forex on the foreign exchange. It's pretty much support and resistance, like supply and demand, support and resistance, market structure. Those the main thing. That's the main concept. But sometimes it's gonna take a minute to click, because it's people describe it in different ways and stuff like that. The phases and the market structure. Um, but if you have a system that assists you in it, letting you, you know what I'm saying, it's pretty dope. This NFL player, I seen that, man. I seen the NFL player get like a piece of his check in Bitcoin. Smart dude, man. That's smart. Like I was like, psh, I'm about to like I was like, man, I'm about to do this. I'm about to transition some of my stuff too into Bitcoin, man, for real. I mean, it's really the wave, but that decentralized finance is really gonna be the wave. It's more, more of a private thing. I mean, it is crazy to look at it. Like it's crazy. It's crazy to look at it. Like man, we really digital. Like we been digital, but it's like taking that digital to like now when people wake up like man I should have got in Bitcoin, because imagine what happened when you wake up Bitcoin 360,000, you know what I'm saying, I mean, or 160,000 or something crazy. you're like, man, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be people that's gonna be left behind still holding on to that fiat. But who knows? Thoughts on social climate. Heard you mention planting your own food earlier. Is that time already? Listen. I ain't gonna even lie. I've intended to my garden, like when I first no I re, one of the main reasons I wanted to get a house is because I wanted to grow my own food. I wanted to grow my own food. I wanted to grow my own food. It was like I need me a yard so I can plant my own food. And I ain't gonna lie, I got away from that this last season, just focus on operations and making money. But it's like to be the honest, yes, that's important. I got like I got like I think three raised garden beds in my backyard. Four, well, it's gonna be five. I got like the stuff to put two more together. And this summer I grew some watermelon, I grew tomatoes, I grew some cucumbers. I had like basil. I had mad okra because I cook a lot of gumbo, so I had a lot of okra, squash, uh, spinach, different things like that. So I think it's very important because what we want to be able to do is put ourselves in a position to sustain ourselves. So we have to ask ourselves, all right, we have to ask ourselves this, a very simple question: what do I need to sustain myself? What do I need to sustain myself for my family? What do I need to sustain myself? Not like you have to like be in a position, be in a mindset of like, what if something just happens crazy? Am I able to sustain myself for a while? Do I have dry foods? Do I have canned foods? Or do I practice fasting? Do I know what it's like to go without food? How strong is my body? Is my body ready for that? Do I have shelter? Do I have water? What kind of water? Like it's just very basic, basic stuff. We take stuff for granted. I feel. That's how I feel. All right. We go out and get bottles of water, bottles and bottles of water and bottles of water. It is convenient. However, it does rain. All right. We have purifiers. We have water filters. People have water wells. A lot of our people that were indigenous to the land, they live close to water. All right. They live close to a spring water system or a natural top of natural water source. They got their exercise by walking 2 miles to go get it. I'm not saying we have to be that extreme, but we do have to like sometimes just kind of get grounded and come back to like, all right, do I have the resources I need to sustain myself? So long story long, the social climate, I think that was one of the reasons purpose of making this video, but that is something that kind of triggered me like, okay, what do we need to take care of ourselves? So, resources is one thing, and resources can be water, can be food, if you live in a real community, that's what people do. They barter. People specialize in certain stuff, you know. Um, some of you all may know farmers, some of you may garden, but I think we're far removed, even myself, from a big sense of community, like knowing your neighbors, knowing that Miss Johnson got a pecan tree and got apples, and this person got this and got that. So yeah, yeah. So this whole everything I'm talking about is about what's going on in the social climate, being able to sustain ourselves regardless of what's going on, and that's gonna come down to food, shelter, resources, and a lot of us right now talk is money. All right, and that's why I talk about business credit a lot, just because it sparked a light in me that I didn't know of, and that's what I got on here and started planting seeds, and that information has resonated with several people that I was able to plant seeds with and help. So that's why I continue to make content about. Definitely taking 2021 to prep for sovereignty, stack resources, and learn and skills. Worst case scenario was a trend last year. That's not even funny. My bad. But sometimes I have a habit of like the reality of stuff. Sometimes it strikes like a laugh out of me. Like worst case scenario was a trend. It's kind of like one of those things, but it waking some people up. Um, yeah, sovereignty, sovereign. I like that word, man. Sovereign. Like, what does it mean to be sovereign? When you look at the essence of sovereign, what does it mean? We're supposed to be a sovereign people, and when we talk about we the people and all this stuff, man. So there we have, for lack of better terms, we got God-given rights. All right, when you talk about freedom and all this, The rights we have are God given rights. We got natural rights. We got rights as you know, flesh and blood, natural, people. We have a certain right. So, but sovereignty, as you said, comes with being able to sustain and take care of yourself. All right, and that could be you, your family, your tribe, and so on and so forth. And a lot of us have not been practicing that, and it's for a number of reasons that we can address and we can point the finger. But now we're in a day and age where we have the ability to come together and and put ourselves in a better position. So I'm learning about all these stuff too, man. When it comes to sovereignty, when it comes to all that. All right, I don't even want to get into that stuff, but yeah, it's when it comes to legalese and understanding all that stuff when it comes to dealing with the alphabet peoples and the governments and all that, it's part of the matrix. So that's why people use LLCs, corporations, trusts, and nonprofits to navigate to remove the individual from a lot of the liability and navigate from a control standpoint. You know, so that's how a lot of successful people move. That is a word to go look up for sure. Monopoly, and they never told us the rules. Hey man, yeah, they ain't tell us the rules for real. It's like, but I'll ask a question to the people. How many people on here have read the Constitution? All right, not many people, and it got to a point where they so good at gaming us up and playing to our emotions that we fell in line. You know what I'm saying? It's like we just fell in line. When it got to the point we trying to like, what is called. We try to be like them and merge with them and coexist. And it's some things is like, no, we just got in line. You gonna do this, you gonna do that. Read this book. This is my story, his story, whatever. You know what? An old cat told me this. As much as I like, uh, I love information. I love getting perspective. I think reading is great. All right, it's gonna jog the brain. It's gonna tap into some more intellectual power. But I talked to an old dude, very very wise dude. I don't want to say too much, but very wise individual. Very wise elder. All right, and don't read. Don't like reading. Has a plethora of knowledge and information, but doesn't read. Right? He said he doesn't read books because of the lies they bury in those books. Library. I said, man. But to be honest, perspective is everything. So it's like that with everything, though. You know what I mean? You can read something and get a different perspective on it, but it helps. It helps to know how other people are thinking. If you ever played chess before, you know what I mean. I'm not telling y'all not to read, but it was just some insight. But yeah, Monopoly, they never told us the rules. Let me bring that back one more time. How many of us read the rules of Monopoly for real? And we talking about a real life board game. Because every time, this like, look, all right, I'm gonna give y'all an example. This right. We got house rules, everything we play. It don't matter. When I'm younger, it's like I remember, Uno with some different rules, spades it'd be different rules. You got people play dominoes with different rules. You play Monopoly, it come with the same rules. Everybody household is something. And you gonna put the money under the parking space, and whoever land on it get the money. I'm like, man, that ain't how that. Who made that rule? Look, what I will say, as far as us four people, all right, for us not to be together now, it's a lot of stuff that travel. I traveled a lot of the time. I'm like, how this stuff is like, man, it's crazy. So we don't read the rules to stuff. We don't. We make up our own rules, and that's something to be aware of. All right. If we good at that, we got to step all the way into it because a lot of times the system was built. All right. I put this. We know the system was built by force. All right. We know the system was built by force. We know that people ain't no good, man. We know people ain't no good, man. We know the system was built by force, but a lot of times we don't take the time to educate ourselves, and they presume things just because, you know what they say, silence is acquiescence. If you ain't if you ain't got nothing to say against it, so we get caught up with that too. But anyway, man, look, I'm about to get off this thing soon. If y'all ain't got no more questions, because I feel like I'm just running my mouth, you know. But look, the bottom line is this, man. It's time to be making money. All right. If you don't have a business, that's your business. But for the family that do have business, look, you know, I'll probably drop some more information soon about the PPP and everything that's going on, because that's really been the real the real stimulus. It's been the grants and stuff, that the loan stuff that's been going out on the business side, not just the stimulus on the personal individual side. All right, for those who tapped in with the business credit and the business credit course, all right, there's a link below for that. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking to figure out how to get yourself structured to set yourself up for get business funding, that's important. So there's a link below for that. Get tapped in with that. Start researching and getting into some of these cryptocurrencies and other different things. Other different ways to make money online. Do not don't sleep on this stuff, family. Don't sleep on this stuff. Don't sleep on Clubhouse. Don't sleep on YouTube. Don't sleep on TikTok. Any of these things. There's people making money each and every single day, and they had to start from somewhere. Okay. So don't be afraid to create some content. I don't care if it's excuse. Oops, look. That's how passion is today. Look, I don't care if it's 80 billion people talking about something. All right. Look, there's something about you. Somebody wants to hear something from you. All right. Whether it's your product or service. Like, if nobody knows it, nobody's gonna buy it from you. You know what I'm saying? So people have to know, like, and trust you. Put yourself in a position, and just stand in your essence. You feel what I'm saying? Be great. Know that you are great. Don't ever doubt yourself. Okay? If you are, if you're feeling discombobulated, you want to doubt yourself, take a minute. Just take a minute to breathe. Realize the things that you're thankful for. I know it sounds cliche. Realize things you're thankful for. Realize the reason that you are here. All right, realize your purpose. Go out in nature. Take a breath of fresh air. Take a minute to gather yourself. All right, but don't ever doubt yourself. You are the creator of your reality. You feel what I'm saying? So with all that being said and all this craziness, don't be distracted. You know what I'm saying? Stay tapped in to your best version of yourself, and get out here and make it happen, family. All right. If y'all ain't got no more questions for me, I'm out, man. I'm gonna give y'all a few more seconds, family. And y'all make sure y'all share, like, and subscribe. Go check out my business credit videos and all the free game I give while that information is still up, because I'm not sure how long all that information will be up. All right. The consultation link for one-on-one is below as well, and looks like that's gonna be it, family. I appreciate y'all. Peace.